This week, our journey continues 24 miles outside of Williams, Arizona, where we continue to explore the Kaibab National Forest. If you missed last week's video, be sure to check out Sycamore Falls.
So B35, nice lake view. It's a massive canyon. Rain turned to snow after raining most of the night.
We are Dave, Carrie, and Rudel. In 2018, we set out to explore one adventure at a time. Join us as we continue our journey to find the best free camping.
This is great. I love it.
I have this thing about I have to go to the end of the road to see what's at the end of the road.
Yeah, we're all the way out here. We want to explore the rest of it.
So looking on Google Maps, there is Sycamore Point, which is another 18 miles down Forest Service Road 109.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a beautiful canyon. So right here, where we are now, is the beginning or the end, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, the beginning of the canyon for sure.
So we're gonna go down and do the canyon overlook. Now, why are you excited about this?
Because it is forecasted to snow tonight, so I think that should be fun.
Yes, there is some snow in the forecast tonight and tomorrow.
We don't know what the camping situation is down there. It kind of looks like you can't camp on the rim anymore, so that might be a challenge. So we don't know what we're getting into. We're just gonna go for it.
Yeah, this might just be a day trip.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go check out what's along the road and hopefully find some camping at Sycamore Point.
Yep, otherwise we're gonna end up right back here again.
Which is not a bad spot.
Not a bad spot to be.
Two miles from Sycamore Falls, you'll want to check out White Horse Lake, an extremely popular fishing lake with a beautiful campground.
This campground is open from May to September, and we looked it up on the National Forest website and learned that you have to make reservations if you want to camp here. But the lake itself is open all year round, weather permitting. They have a gate. If the gate is up, obviously that means the camping is closed. But they let you go in and have a picnic and fish if you want to. So it's just a walk-in during the closed season. Because you have to make reservations to stay at this lake, we wanted to take a few minutes and walk in and check it out for ourselves to see if that would be worth the time. Oh, Rudolph, no. No. This way. Come in. Come on. No. Come here, Rudolph. This way. Right here. Good boy. Good boy.
He can walk across cattle guards, but this one looks nice and deep, and I don't really want him to hurt himself.
Yeah, generally he will. He'll walk straight across them, but I don't trust this one.
This one's wide too.
It is. So B35. Nice lake view. Yeah, that's nice.
Actually, the whole B loop, look. Looks like you got more campgrounds down here.
Yeah, right on the shore. The water looks a little down right now, but it's still pretty. My first impressions of this campground is it's nice. I like how the camp spots are spaced apart. They're right on the lake. You're in the Ponderosa forest. Some of them have really cool grills to cook on. There is water available. There's a dump station. There's the bear lock style trash cans. There's just a lot of good things about this campground. One thing I wanted to say about it that makes it a little bit different than most and really affected me was that this is a bald eagle habitat, breeding habitat. So that falls under the category of wilderness land. So that means I cannot fly the drone over the lake itself. So the airspace is considered restricted. So I was able to fly, but I stayed way far back away from the lake to respect that law. But this is a nice campground. I would definitely stay here.
That would be cool to see bald eagles.
I'm looking. This site here, number 27B, is by far my favorite. It is a double site, so you'd want to split it with a friend. But so far we've walked all around the campground. This is the one I would reserve if I didn't know what to look for.
The lake is...
It's a really unique shape. You can tell it probably gets about maybe 5 feet higher than it is now.
As we make our way to Sycamore Point, we leave the tall ponderosa pines behind, and we make our way to the high desert grasslands, dotted with alligator juniper trees.
Okay, we've arrived at Sycamore Point and gonna walk to the edge and take a look. I just felt a raindrop. As you can hear, Rudel is not happy. Oh my gosh, it's a massive canyon. Wow.
You can tell a fire went through here.
Oh, a fire? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Burned out the whole canyon. Okay, I don't like this already. I mean, that's a long ways down in there.
That's a big canyon.
The other side's really red. You can't camp here at the point, which is okay with me because I don't like Rudel being able to run this close to a straight drop off. But just a fantastic view. And the wind is howling. We are less than a mile away from Sycamore Point, and this is National Forest. We found this road off to the side that does have camping on it, and this is the place that we would be staying tonight for sure if it wasn't for the rainy forecast, rain snow forecast. And we have some major concerns driving down this road here, and the main concern is that this dirt is going to turn to a mud, and we saw giant ruts on the way in. And there's, I mean, we could chance it, but I just know as soon as it starts raining or snowing, I would not feel comfortable and not getting a good night's sleep for sure.
We have another spot picked out. It's not our top spot. The other thing about this road is it's slightly uphill, which is what you don't want to be on.
Yeah, anytime we find camping, we like the road. If we know that there's snow or rain in the forecast, we like to camp on the high ground to where we can drive downhill back to the main road. And this actually goes up to the main road, which gravity would be working against us.
And a slick, muddy mess.
Yeah, everything is saying no to me, but other than that, if it wasn't for the forecast, this spot is awesome.
In 1972, Sycamore Canyon was Arizona's first designated wilderness area. And to this day, it is one of the most remote gorges in the state. Because there are no maintained roads or any reliable water sources, very few people ever venture into the canyon, which lies within the Prescott, Kaibab, and Coconino National Forests.
All right, so not as scenic as that last place, but this is where we settled in for the night. There's a super high wind warning, so we didn't want any trees around us. And if we do get rain or snow, we wanted someplace with traction. We are about 200 feet away from the gravel road, and it's going downhill. So that's gonna help us get out of here. We also found a side road that has a lot of this rock, solid rock base underneath, where we don't think we're gonna be able to sink down into the mud as easy. And we parked on that solid rock. So the ProMaster is front wheel drive. Once we roll off our block here, we're on this hard rock. So that will give us some momentum to start getting traction and get out of here, even if there's 6 inches of snow on the ground or if this all turns to mud. So at least we'll have a good start out of here and a nice safe night. And it's really not that bad. Rudolph's got a nice little road to run down here. There's no traffic on it. Those are our tracks. And we'll see what happens. The rain turned to snow after raining most of the night. I'm really glad that we moved to this location just because it's a lot easier to get to the road. And this road is a lot harder. There's a lot more rock and rock shelf here. So we wouldn't have any problem getting out if we wanted to. Although I don't think we have any reason to get out. So we're gonna probably stay in the van most of the day and get some work done and try not to track mud in the van. We've been moving a lot less than we used to move due to high gas prices. And matter of fact, this move is only 10 miles away from our last location, which I think is our first. But this helps us kind of explore this areas better and not rush on and move too fast. So it works out good for us. We get to see a lot more of the country and a lot less time in the van driving. Here's the main road right here. And there's no tracks on it, so I don't expect anybody to be down this road all day. The nearest campers are 12 miles away from us. And Rudolph loves the snow. It doesn't bother him one bit, just like me, for a really nice morning out. I don't expect it to get above 40 degrees Fahrenheit today, but most of the snow, even at that, will probably melt off.
This trip to Arizona has introduced us to these alligator junipers, and I am in love with them. They have the most pleasing shape, and the scaly bark is just beautiful in my opinion. You can see how they get their name. They're bigger than most junipers, And look how big around the trunk of this tree is. Yeah. Oh, are you happy? Oh my gosh. Are you happy, boy? You happy, boy?
Wanted to show you even the main road is fairly soft, more than I expected. And you can see Rudolph's prints all through it. But this is only 5 hours later than you saw when I was walking up the road and it was pretty much all snow covered and flying the drone. And now almost all the snow's melted, and hopefully the mud will dry up as quick as the snow melted, at least by tomorrow or the next day. Where's your ball, Rudolph? Where'd you do it? Oh, there it is. Oh. Oh, throw it here. All right, I'll throw it for you. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I found his other ball. Made the mistake of throwing it for him, and he's filling up mud. He looks like he's got freckles now all over him. His whole undercarriage is a big mud bog. So that's it for the ball plan.
Oh.
It turned out worse than I thought. But he didn't care. We'll play later, Rudolph. Yeah, we'll play later.
This is the downside to a dog in a van when it's muddy.
Yeah, and I really want to play with him too because he's been waiting for it all day. But we're going to have to wait a little bit. It's already nasty. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at all that mud. Look at that mud.
He said, I'm still cute. I don't care.
Oh, Rudolph. All right, I'll take a towel. I'll take a towel, Rudolph. I don't know. I don't know about you. Yep, that's where the ball is. Oh, his legs. They're so bad.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Oh, he's just going to have to lay on his dog blanket.
Do you need the water squirter?
No, I'll just have him lay on his dog blanket and then let it dry a bit, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I guess he can come in on this blanket.
All right, come on.
And we'll do this blanket. Yeah. Not on the couch. Try to get some of them off.
Oh, boy. How did you do that? Poor guy. Come on, Roodle Doodle.
Oh, he's covered in mud.
I know. I'm almost, it's almost not even worth this right here.
Dave, why are we up before the sun?
All right, we had a couple choices. We could either wait till the ground dried out, which might take a few days.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Or we could try to go on the coldest night of the week, which is tonight.
Last night.
Last night. It's not as cold as I would like it, but it is below freezing, so I think it might be our best chance to get out of here today.
Because the road turned out to be muddier, the main road, than we thought.
Yeah.
So coming in, we noticed there's no ruts in the road, and the road's a really good gravel road. There's no signs indicating that it's impassable when wet.
We've actually used this technique before and had it work, so we're gonna go for it again.
All right, we're breathing easy. The first mile was the most iffy. You saw the puddles we went through. We only sunk down about an inch, when you say?
Yeah, the deepest spot was only an inch, which I'm glad because I didn't want to leave big ruts or get stuck. So that worked out well. I think if it had been any warmer at all, we would not have made it. I had to go pretty hard on the gas to get out of there.
Yeah, there was no stopping to take pictures of animals. Now we're on the nice gravel road. We can stop and take pictures of animals. We're up before the sun, so I'm hoping that we see some elk because we've seen some prints already, some tracks.
Yeah, some fresh tracks.
Yeah.
Good boy, Rudolph. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Okay. Good boy. Good boy.
I haven't seen him do that for a long time.
He's happy. He's excited.
We made it out, and this is a case of don't do what we do unless you're highly prepared to dig yourself out,
Yep.
which we were. Now, it's not the funnest thing to do, and so that would be a last resort, which is why we're up before sunrise and heading out.
Yeah, and we happened to catch a cold enough day that the ground froze up enough to where we could get out. Otherwise, we would have been stuck. If you're here in the summertime and you get a monsoon rain, just don't come up here if it rains. So what you need to know, first of all, if you're going to camp at Sycamore Point, it's for small vehicles only. There's not enough room to get big rigs in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would more or less use it for like a day trip.
Use.
Yeah, camp away from, you can't camp at the end of Sycamore Point anyway, but don't camp all the way down the road. Camp back at Sycamore Falls, possibly.
Yeah, it's more of a day use area. If you do camp out there, like Dave said, it's for four-wheel drive vehicles only. The road is pretty narrow getting in there. Now, I will say, if it's raining, do not go past JD Dam.
Yeah.
There's a section of the road that needs to be re-graveled. That's the 1 mile section that we were most worried about, and we made it out because it is frozen.
Yep. This is National Forest. There is not any resources available. There's no water, there's no garbage, there's no toilet. There's a couple of fire rings. There is a few pull-off places where you can camp along the whole road. And a few of them, once you get a half mile back, it's heavily modified vehicle only. So.
And before that, if it rains, it's going to turn into this slick, mucky mud.
Yeah.
So this is one of those areas where we say always, always come with your weather forecast, have an emergency weather radio. You'll need to know what you're getting into out here.
Yep. So I don't really know what else to say. We did have signal out there.
Yes.
So we did have T-Mobile and a little bit of Verizon. How many bars?
We had 1 bar of Verizon and we had 4 bar up. It toggled between 3 bars of 4G and 2 bars of 5G on our T-Mobile hotspot. So we had enough to contact, whoever we needed to contact. Again, we let people know where we were.
Yep. There is a couple of really nice campsites that if you have a heavily modified high clearance vehicle, I mean, you could have the best view of the entire canyon that you've ever seen. So keep that in mind.
And there's lots of wildlife out here. We saw deer, we saw elk, we saw antelope, and I'm sure there's many more that we haven't seen.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
all right.
I think that's it.
I think we covered it. All right, we appreciate you watching our video. We hope you will subscribe and hit the like button. That will help our channel grow. We can use all the help we can get.
Absolutely. And we will see you next week. Go out, have fun, and be safe.
If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron. Or check out our new merchandise at oneadvantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.